Oh, this guy has mad delay. I don't know why they buffed him either. I honestly don't think he ever needed the buff. Yo, we gonna clip that? We gonna clip that? Oh my god, we gonna clip that? Jesus! Oh, he thinks I'm one of those people that are gonna chase. I got you, bro. Don't worry. We're gonna change your mind real quick. Let's go! Yeah!
Yes.
Is that the 10th best Ike?
Oh my god.
Best Ike on the earth. Well, the only thing I can ever seen.
All right, so I actually, I have a lot of experience playing, you know, against Mega. Me and him both went to NYU back in the day, and he has been, from what I understand, really tearing it up during these days with Xeno Wi-Fi. So, well, okay, but this is an interesting matchup. So what are your thoughts on this matchup, Minos? Because these are two sword characters, but two sword characters with very different archetypes and game plans.
I feel like Ike would be able to jump more and get his swings in, get their confirms better, get kills better. X has to like plan a lot more with tippers like that.
Oh.
The landing and the forward smash kill.
Yeah, now
I think I'm just gonna.
despite, I will say, so both these characters are, you know, Fire Emblem swordies, but their frame data is where that big difference in how they operate comes in. If you notice, a lot of the time, you know, X, I'm sorry, who's the Marth player?
It's X, yeah.
Oh, that's X. Okay, I wasn't. All right, so if you notice, X is, he's trying to get up close and using those very quick moves of his, the forward airs, the side Bs, to interrupt Mega before he can throw out his, to be frank, longer, you know, they hit harder, but they take longer to come out, and it's right there.
Oh,
we see
shield.
the hit harder aspect.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I disconnected a little bit, but yeah. Like, theoretically, Ike would probably do like a little better in terms of killing. If the Marth is spacing right.
Well,
but
he would do better with killing if you don't take edge guards as a factor, because I feel like Marth would have a very easy time dealing with Ike off stage. Already, his options are relatively limited, and the fact that Marth has a counter at all probably means that there are a lot of situations where if you're Ike and you're in a bad spot, you're just dead.
yeah, actually doing a good job staying grounded and anti-airing while blocking these approaches. Could have had a punish there.
I think maybe he thought the cross-up was happening, and that's why he tried to go for the reverse grab. So in that case, it was actually really good spacing on Mega's part. Oh, but good spacing, that's really what he needs to be doing even more of right now. He's managed to do about 66%, and technically speaking, that's,
okay.
Oh, I love the stutter, the bit of a
I
wait
really thought
there.
that was gonna kill.
I thought so too. I think if he had gotten the total tipper there, I don't think that was the tipper on the final side B hit.
Yeah, probably like the little sour spottish. So confirmed from Mega.
Yeah, I will
X
say
to
Mega's
recover low.
Mega's recoveries overall have been really good. But the issue seems to be that in neutral, those quicker, faster hits that X has access to, and he just runs up, gets tipper down smash. That's a 2-stock in game 1 to make. I think that maybe he's trying to, so first of all, picking a different stage, going to be PS2 this time around. And, all right, I was going to say, dealing with the grounded, you know, general play style that X has is going to be paramount, and immediately opens with a tomahawk grab. So calling out the fact that he's going to be grounded. And, oh, yeah, Mega, very smart player, really good at adaptation. Yeah. So, and if X has, I'm not sure if these two have ever played before, so if X is sort of going to try and rely on how he was playing in that game 1, it's probably not going to be enough. He needs to continuously adapt to, you know, Mega's own counterplay.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot more throws in this match as both players are starting to realize, like, okay, Mega realizes first, like, since X is playing a little more grounded, I guess I can just throw him, throws instead of just swinging at him, and he's able to like counterplay my jump ins. But at the same time, X is not going to give him that throw. It's like, all right, so he's going to start throwing me now, right?
Yeah, as we saw also. Yeah, X is
back.
also doing a really good job of throwing out these quick, you know, challenging those Ike aerials, which normally it's very hard for characters to challenge Ike aerials, but Marth, with the way he kind of shifts his frame during moves, and the fact that he has amazing range himself, and you see that he's, continuously being able to catch his landings.
That neutral B is a very good tool just to stop that, Ike's neutral B off the ledge. I gotta refresh it. Okay.
All right, both of these guys are in the red, but Mega has an entire
Action, please.
full stock deficit at this point. He's playing at the edge right now. It's actually, it's looking pretty dire for him at the moment. X just has felt like he's been in control this entire time. And look at, he's throwing out these moves, not quite getting the tipper there, but still able to continuously do all of this damage and keep Mega on the back foot continuously. Mega finally cleaning off that first stock, but just like that, he's down, and once again down by an entire life. And he already lost game 1. X is in the driver's seat, and it seems like with just look at that single hit, he managed to do 32%, put him in a juggle situation, and Mega, even when he gets a parry, isn't able to capitalize off that much. Oh man, now these two are just swinging at each other.
Yeah, Mega having a really tough time just to try to get in on X.
That was a great read on the spot dodge, going for that neutral considering it lasts so long.
Yeah.
Mega now starting to come alive, but he's already suffered so much through the middle of this game in particular. But if he's able to take a stock very soon, right about now, he absolutely could stay in it, but he's not able to do that. If he's not able to make that big turnaround, then that's just going to be a 2-0 for X. And that's definitely what he's looking for here, starting to throw out even more of these moves while Mega's trapped at the ledge.
Yeah, X is looking for that tipper forward tilt to end the stock right there. Trying to find the gap right there just to see if they can land it.
I like the fact. Oh, yeah, no, that was great patience. Realizing that he wasn't comfortable approaching anymore. He was like, okay, all of a sudden, whenever I'm like going in on you, I'm getting kind of hit.
That was a deer in the
stuff like that
moment.
ends up happening as a result. Mega taking the stock with the second hit of the ether.
Right, X doesn't really have to do much. They don't have to. They don't have to rush it. They don't have to rush it.
Getting grabbed by Marth is one of those, like, because on the one hand, his grabs themselves, you know, they don't do much damage. You know, they don't usually threaten the kill outright. Oh,
whoa, what?
Something just wires crisscrossed. X did not capitalize on that misplay, and all of a sudden, Mega now has stage control.
So bad.
This looking really scary.
Okay,
If he had managed to intercept that jump, it would have been huge. But now they're basically back to neutral.
So run up B? Oh, there you go. Taking the stock, taking the set. X, with patience, takes it.
I live to fight again.
Things like F tilt to interrupt a
Yeah.
spin dash or a spin charge.
Doesn't have a lot of long-lasting hitboxes. Like Marth, of course, has great range, pretty solid frame data, but he doesn't have, a wolf laser that will be active from halfway across the stage. So you are absolutely right that the timing is going to be critical. But not only timing, but also just proper evasion. As we saw right there, he dashed back and caught Sonic once he had actually taken to the air.
Like getting Sonic to commit, it can be troublesome, but coverage is the name of the game, and with these platforms and potentially some of these ledge setups, X could definitely find a ton of damage opportunities. Should he keep this percent lead?
Yeah. Interestingly enough, it seems that the unconventional approaches seem to be what's most effective for Sonic Speed at the moment. Both of the neutral wins that he's gotten have been from just neutral Bs from like halfway across the stage. So it might be that, X is, and, he's anticipating, he seems to be playing around the spin dash very, very well. So maybe taking like a more, what's the word? Unconventional approach to the matchup might be the proper thing. But as I say that, now he's shielding those homing attacks quite effectively. So
No jump.
what?
Ooh, that hurts.
I assume he held down there, and that's why he grabbed the ledge.
He definitely fast fell, but he held down for too long.
Yeah. That's
a shame.
super unfortunate. Yeah, X was actually doing a great job right there, And not only that, but if you notice at the end, Sonic Fiend started to, get some momentum back in his corner. So it's not even like he can just, oh, let me go back to what I was doing before, which was working, because he had basically built himself a lead, and then I feels like he needed that lead, and now that lead is just gone.
And this is what can really happen. Like once you feel like you need to approach Sonic, you've almost already lost, or at least resigned yourself to playing at a deficit the entire game. Oh man, homing attack's so good. Like holy moly. Alright, just dashing up, just getting out of the corner as Sonic can do, and Sonic Fiend has definitely slowed this game down a little bit, taking advantage of the gift that X has provided him.
Oh, but finally finding that single hit manages to get him a little bit of stage control. Oh, forward smash is huge, but not quite enough to do it. X, though, at 110%, losing that stock. And now Sonic Fiend looking pretty comfortable, only 64%. And once again, we said how difficult it can be once you are forced to approach the Sonic. Once you no longer have the option of making him come to you, things can just escalate so quickly. And right as I say that, he almost got lapped in %.
It's its own kind of vortex, and one that can happen from anywhere on stage. If the tipper dancing blade doesn't come out, Sonic rather light. I don't know if the tipper would have killed. Probably not, but at the very least, it was an opening that he had.
So, but like the dancing blade, the tipper part of it is so strong.
Oh man, he was a little bit mistimed and punished for like
solid, good hits in. And now that we have the clean slate, I'm curious to see whether he'll be able to repeat that early success and maybe translate that all the way into a Game 2 win.
The only thing I'm worried about is the mental aspect of it. Like, you're not down in this game, and if taking it game by game is kind of the mindset you need to have against Sonic, because every game can go on for who knows how long. But it's the mental idea of being down one game already. Like that can start to swell on your mind, especially against a character that can play as Sonic can. He seems to be holding it tight though, trying to reenact the start of Game 1. A little bit closer though for Sonic Fiend this time.
Yeah, and now this is where things become like the picture becomes clear. They're both of these players have their percents in the red. But the kill actually goes to X, and that's huge for him. Now let's see if he's able to play to that lead. And, oh, I love that. I love that. You know, Sonic, he goes over to the one side of the stage, kind of throws out some aerials, and X does absolutely nothing, making the clear and present statement, this is your game to approach on now.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that the matchup of a lot of Sonic matchups even can come down to who takes the stock first, because that will dictate the tone of the game, because just as much as Sonic can camp you out, you can camp out Sonic. His approach options are few and far between, besides spin charge, which isn't too risky on shield. He's doing a great job of making those homing attacks right after like automatically punished, whether it be a back air or up air at a shield.
Oh, the spacing on that was so good. He was going for all of these, you know, short hopping at the exact distance where baited him to drop shield and a quick forward smash, taking out X's for stock. And now, even though X has a really, really good lead here, if he doesn't take the stock soon, which he does, all right, no, this is a clean stock up for X. And so far, I haven't seen Sonic Fiend be able to make a big comeback from behind against X, so it'll be hard to we'll see how he fares, you know, given that now he's the one who's it's everything is in his corner to make it happen.
The ball is in Sonic Fiend's court if he's gonna find a way to do this. But man, with the parries that are coming out from X on these platforms, the only thing I could really look at is like maybe you want to go for a couple up tilt a little bit more whenever Sonic's above you. With the mix-ups that he's showing and the discipline through every one of these spin charges and spin dashes, he's not panicked whatsoever.
Also,
it does. It's just if you're really that worried about it. Kalos.
Yeah. So one thing, stages matter a lot for Sonic. Having a really long stage without the, because if you noticed in that previous game especially, X was using the PS2 platforms brilliantly, especially when he had the lead, as a retreat option, as a way to, you know, handle some of Sonic's approaches. So this time around, not only is the stage much longer, but the layout of those platforms is totally different. Okay, yeah. Oh, and he taunts.
Yeah, I feel like this is the right stage in theory, and this or FD, but I'm guaranteed that FD was banned, because why would you ever let Sonic go there? But the thing that can come down to any game is the moment where you look at your percent and it was like, wait, I died at that percent? And for Marth, that's Dancing Blade. It's infinitely Dancing Blade in its prime variations of it's like red, red, green, red, I think is the one with a little delay in there somewhere.
Oh, that's a huge. Oh, he definitely could have chosen a different getup option there, right? He just kind of went for neutral getup and got hit by that up there. It didn't punish him too hard. But yeah, if you look at this Sonic Fiend, 82% already, and it's like I don't even know what option Sonic could just throw out that could take a stock from X right now. Even at 129% on a big stage like Kalos, he's still gonna have to work for a kill.
Yeah, man, like Sonic Fiend really seemed to. While this counterpick is great again in theory, he pigeonholed himself into one playstyle, and with X taking these first two stocks now, it becomes hard for Sonic to land that finishing blow. He's forced to rely on hard reads or maybe a raw back air at some point, but X is giving him nothing. Oh, that's a punish. It's almost a very hard punish. That going for the up air forward smash with the platform. I like the idea though.
Yeah, and at this point, Sonic Fiend kind of just charging in, trying to get a single necessary hit, but that was playing right into X's hand. Game 3.
Still, with X playing the way he did in Game 4 or Game 3, and the same stage as Game 3, I hesitate to say if there will be anything different.
Okay, yes. On the one hand, this is the stage that he kind of got brutalized on in that last game, but already we're seeing a much stronger start from Sonic Fiend. I think that it was the fact he took a really early stock than anything else that dictated how sort of one-sided Game 3 was. So now that Sonic Fiend, yeah, you see he's a lot more comfortable. He's not just running into attacks anymore, and instead he's being patient, just charging that spin dash and unleashing it at the right time to get chip damage here and there, catching these Marth landings, which can be really tricky. Marth has a big hitbox in that sword, and yet Sonic Fiend is still finding the openings, doing good damage. Oh, and yeah, X trying to go for a huge hit, converting that down air into a forward smash, but it doesn't actually connect, and now he's down by about 29%.
And climbing at this rate, but man, challenging at that position was risky to say the least, and he's still living.
That was a fantastic early up B, but on the way back down, he still gets caught. Sonic Fiend managing to get a sizable lead. And more important than that, he can now play the way he wants to.
And it's going to be up to X here, but the benefit of Kalos for sorties is that recovery mix-ups aren't as devastating to them. They're setting up in the same position, and their aerials just need to cover a little bit more. While it doesn't change the game plan, it only really changes the spacing. That's if Sonic Fiend ever finds himself at ledge at all, though. He's holding center stage much more firmly in this matchup. Of course.
Yeah, right. As you say that, the back air coming out, and now this game is looking a lot more even, only about 30% or so separating these two, and at these lower percents, that's relatively meaningless. It does mean that X technically does have to at least try a little bit harder to initiate. Given how much time is on the clock, he can still be relatively patient. but still, yeah, he needs to. If Sonic Fiend so chooses, yeah, he can do what he's doing right now, not engaging if he doesn't feel comfortable doing so. What a great tomahawk!
Yeah, that was really nice. You know, it's risky, but with the way that X has been approaching, it's been when Sonic Fiend has been spin charging, he's deciding at that point, I'm going to try and take space and either interrupt with a F tilt if I have the space, or I'll just run up and shield. Then Sonic Fiend will dash past. I wonder if it's about that time, ooh, he gets the tipper up there, almost kills. It might be about that time we see a counter. Run up and counter one of these spin charges, and perhaps that's a stock he needs to get the lead. You know, sometime all you need out of Marth though is a back air out of shield, and that'll do it.
Yeah, it seems that right now X is doing a really good job playing around Sonic Fiend's more straightforward defensive options. The fact he's going in and going like he's getting these grabs, and as you saw right there, it was just good pressure on his shield and managing to punish the out of shield option with a back air. And so now we have one stock apiece. This is set point for X if he manages to take it, which, oh, big opening, possibly lots of damage, but getting back down to the ground, Sonic Fiend manages to avoid the worst of the worst.
Go-Go Gadget, time to land. That down air was, I think he didn't even have his jump at that point. It was sniped by the up air originally. So had to get back home. I mean, he's never allowing homing attack to get going, never permitting that mix-up to even exist at all. He's always stuffing Sonic Fiend whenever he goes for homing attack. I don't think he has a jump.
Oh yeah, he had to up B early, and that's gonna be it. Just that last stock in particular. X looking super strong.
And we're here with Luigi's the Grave Digger. Perfect.
We need it. Who would be the best? Oh,
That's pretty good.
Oh no! Speaking of Grave Digger,
Hey,
that was prophetic more than a joke. He died. At what percent was that?
About now, I'll say. Man, the ball comes back. It's so incredibly frustrating. But as long as you can see that ball, you have to be aware of it. Is that another one? That's another one.
Luigi's has been looking so good today. I don't know if I've seen him lose on stream besides the dock. Have you lose to anybody besides the dock yet on stream?
On stream, no, because I think no, because he's only dropped 2 games his entire bracket. So he's top peak condition. Louis Jesus is coming out here, and I do mean condition.
Yeah, he has conditioned X to do exactly what he wants, which at this point is go off the stage and die.
Please, oh yes, please, keep coming after me. Please trying to edge guard me, you Fire Emblem characters. I will punish your floaty recoveries and linear paths all day long. It's the power of that can be the power of an unorthodox character.
Also, these recoveries, this is something we've been seeing Luigi just be able to do all night, is these really tricky, weavy recoveries, and even against a character like Marth, able to show how that can be really important. Right as we say that, X starting to mount the comeback. That was a very early stock taken by that double edge, but
Marth
he still has a lot of work to do if he wants to not straight up lose this game 1.
Okay, that's a little bit of a strain, but the lack of
a full-blown set will it really be? Unless, of course, Luigi is consistently able to take stocks at 12%. What?
I wouldn't put him past him at this point. 3 of them bangs. Oh boy. Now, if there's anything
70. When did he get to 70? I blinked. He didn't even have deep breathing in effect, I don't think.
The character doesn't need it sometimes. It's incredible how much they can do off of just collective stray hits.
Yeah. Luigi doesn't even need to finish stocks when he doesn't want to. We saw he just kind of turned around when when X showed him his back at the ledge there.
Now, if there's anything that we can learn, that we can take from X, it's his ability to adapt not only mid-game, but between games. I mean, he had gotten hit with a really rough SD and a really rough game 1 against Sonic Fiend, yet he takes that set 3-1. He's hit with an equally rough game against Luigi's, it's probably a little bit better overall. It's just like mounting a game plan against Wii Fit Trainer, especially different styles of Wii Fit Trainer, can be a whole lot harder than Sonic, because you generally know how Sonic is going to play.
Yeah. Not only that, like, Wii Fit Trainer is honestly much more dynamic than Sonic, you know, in terms of she can all of a sudden be like, I want to play at the ledge, do these sort of Smash 4-esque things. Oh, I want to be a little bit more up in your face. Oh, I want to just now spam projectiles in the corner. Like, she has different ways she can approach the state of the game. Oh my god, that almost connected. So, just getting a full-on adaptation against, you know, Luigi's Wii Fit is going to be pretty tricky.
These F tilts are coming in clutch, but 150 across the whole stage, not quite yet. That was a nice trump though.
Yeah, you don't see Trump's we won't see Trump anymore. So,
yeah, we can use the word now.
Happy January 2020, 2021, whatever. So Luigi's just still consistently, he's been in the lead pretty much the entire set so far, but he needs to actually start, like, it feels that X is starting to figure out the game plan enough that he needs to be much more worried about taking stocks. Because the neutral has been becoming much more blow for blow. Oh wow, that F tilt not actually able to kill, and that's huge for X, keeping himself alive, putting Luigi just in the corner. Can he actually close it out? Nobody keeps this pressure up.
Yeah, every time Luigi just thinks he can land or thinks he can throw out a hitbox, another move from X comes out and stuffs him. It's the power of having disjoints in this game. Like, you always, like, as long as your spacing is correct, which you have to have if you're playing Marth, then you always should have enough room to, at the very least, throw out one of those Dolphin Slashes, frame 1 invincibility, and all that. But this is certainly not far out of the woodwork now at all. The percent differential is basically non-existent, and that kill throw won't do it either. Nearly missing. I wonder if the grab animation took X out of the range of the Wii Fit F tilt. That would be unfortunate for X there. Absolutely. It's the up throw with that little bit of range.
What? That was actually so, I don't even know the right word to describe that. That was clean, it was quick. I did not see it coming, and Luigi just definitely didn't either. And what was honestly seemed like a foregone game, this is completely dead even. And actually, Luigi just is the trapped in the corner. And okay, then just to the damage differential though between these two characters, you do see that you know Marth, especially if he's not landing tippers, he'll get chip damage with these stray hits, but then Wii Fit gets one solid combo in and it's 40%.
Making sure to dash away, keep either out of the range of the sword completely or so far in where any interaction you take what, like 5 to 10. And he hasn't been losing much of those neutral interactions at all at this point. The percent, look at it climb.
Yeah, so that percentage is going up and up and up for X, but he survived the 200 on that last stock. If he's able to do that again, he doesn't. Great job from Luigi just being able
to play the matchup.
Yeah, and win conditions are honestly, that's something that in Ultimate specifically can be really hard to grasp effectively. Oftentimes it feels like the win conditions for a lot of characters are just grinding things out and outplaying your opponent. But sometimes, the win condition is more nebulous, that it's don't die and then use that rage, use all of the chip damage that you managed to get and just take a really early stock, and that might be an effective path of victory for X.
I mean, his
Granted,
win
another
condition-
win condition might be just continuous edge guards until he dies.
Yeah, like it seemed like the play that X realized was, man, Luigi just does not seem ready for these ledge trumps, so I can constantly make him feel unsafe at the ledge. And if Wii Fit is unsafe at the ledge,
Whoa. Yeah, no, these ledge trumps, I mean, they're continuously working. There are definitely ways to play around that, so Luigi just has to sort of adapt to that and make that adjustment very quickly. Otherwise, you know, this set, he was up 2-0, could snowball extremely quickly. If every time he's put out the ledge, he takes 60%, that's going to be real rough.
it's a shame that down smash into tippers. No, the volleyball ruins the chances at another potential edge guard. And that, I wouldn't have put it past if this game could have been at 3 stocks to 1. Alas, volleyball active for like 49 frames or something crazy like that. So there it goes. Medicine ball, excuse me, sorry.
All right, and there's that 3 stock to 1 count that you were looking for. X looking fantastic at the moment, completely changed from what he was sort of having to endure game 1 and 2. Now he seems to know exactly what he has to do. Oh, look at this. Definitely, you can see that there's a certain amount of fear Luigi just has. I don't know if he has a jump. Goes out there. I think that might have actually been a bit of a... I mean, he definitely has the room to work with. That was his first stock gone there. And it definitely would have been real cute if it had killed. But maybe you have to be a little bit careful. Actually, that seems to have, at the very least, Luigi just doesn't fear X the way he was just a moment ago.
And, you know, sometimes you really got to send that message. Whether it's an appropriate message to send is going to depend on how this game wraps up. X looking great and finishing the stock in the consistent fashion as he did all game.
Even against X, he was doing some amazing recoveries in game 1. I think he needs to start replicating that. Maybe even, I mean, I realize recovering high against Marth sounds like a kind of a questionable thing, but I'm like going for that mix-up sometimes might actually be effective, especially if X is going to mostly be preparing to go for a trump.
This is where adaptation is really going to come into play for both players. What worked in game 3 isn't guaranteed to work in game 4. It'll be how Luigi reacts to all of that, like all of the game plan given the moment that X had to show his hand, or given the knowledge that X had to show his hand. And the percent is looking much more in the favor of game 2 as these volleyball shots dead on throughout this bracket thus far. Did he? Okay, that taunt was unnecessary, but you know, you got it, dude. 33, by the way. 33.
I mean, we got hit by a move. What do you think was going to happen? Oh, the counter. That's something we hadn't seen, I think, once all bracket from X. So that might be that's sort of like that's the winner's finals game 4 trump card that you've been holding on to. Definitely at that moment seems to have shook Luigi just at the very least, and now we have once more a very even game. Granted, a single neutral air from Wii Fit Trainer makes that a whole lot less even, but I'd still say that, you know, X is not uncomfortable in the way that he was earlier on in this set.
And it comes back to the lessons that he learned, and as you mentioned from game 2, when Wii Fit doesn't have deep breathing, living against this character becomes a whole lot easier and a whole lot less threatening. And if he can stall out those, unlike there, where Luigi was prepared for the out of shield option that would come from X as soon as he would tap his shield. And a stock lead, X finds himself at once more. A stock deficit.
Oh, getting hit by that. Right now, Luigi's just calling out these full hops. X hasn't been doing a lot of instant aerials. Like, he's throwing out, you know, quick moves on the ground, but usually when he's been taking to the air, yeah, it's without a hitbox. Luigi's just recognized that, starting to intercept with some of his really powerful moves. And that's just been widening this gap even more. Okay, possibly this could be huge for him, but it gets interrupted, and we're getting to the point now where 114%, 129, like even if he manages to take the stock from Luigi Jesus will have enough time to go for a deep breathing on the way back down, and none of that's relevant. The ledge guard is seen to completion. Luigi's is
Single move that sends in a single fashion. For all of these empty hops and jump around tricks that I was calling yahboyx, but it is in fact just, well, it is yahboyx, I suppose. Either way, like these jump in tricks, he's gonna have to punish out of shield rather consistently, and that shield's already looking rather small.
Oh, I also like the quick, aggressive way to get off the edge. Not necessarily aggressive in terms of throwing out a hitbox, but aggressive in terms of no downtime from grabbing the ledge to trying to get back onto stage. Recognizing that, like, you know, sometimes Snake, you know, it takes time for him to get his whole, you know, trap set up. So, but granted, there is also counterplay to that as well. He's dead. Oh, wow.
A huge trade for Coltman.
Yeah, we always talk about how Snake loves trading, but in that situation, even more so, the fact that it left X without a jump off stage means that now he has the lead and he can maybe play much more of the game plan that he's comfortable with. Oh, but as I say that, one of the disadvantages to, you know, the game plan you're comfortable with, if you're Snake, oftentimes that means, you know, just pulling grenades, throwing projectiles, but that does often require you to give up stage control. And against Marth, putting yourself in the corner sometimes is just so scary.
Oh, he's dropping all of these bombs though, I guess this is, oh, okay, well, never mind. To that initial minefield, X weaves through it all and finds himself not only a stock, but a pretty great situation after all, that 58 and climbing.
Ooh. Yeah, Snake is a bit of a floaty character, can kind of find himself to be a really huge target in the air, especially, you know, from a character like Marth. You see now how he's going for these F tilts and like short hop forward airs to, you know, counter Coltman whenever he tries to take into the air with an aerial. So yeah, now we're seeing a much more grounded approach. That was brilliant. The clutch crouch crawl to get in range. I would have never expected that, and that worked out fantastically for him. That stock is massive. Coltman looking great right now.
Slipping right under the jabs, and 72 in a blink of an eye. There's, like, when Snake has his lead, he can above and within these explosions with reckless abandon up smash coming in clutch this entire stock. And a dash attack gets him right back to center and still in frame advantage. That's gonna do it.
And yeah, wow, we all know how Snake's hits are, they make good.
They do, they make promise that they supply so much of it, in fact. But I mean, what we saw in early game one is that when X wanted to keep Coltman on ledge, he kept him there for a good while. I would like this. I mean, I know he died, theoretically died for it in game one, but going for these grabs, while you don't get much off them in terms of damage, you get positional awareness, and you make Snake unable to do the best thing, arguably the best thing about the character, which is pull grenades in any situation. Like, you're getting guaranteed damage and potentially a guaranteed situation, or a guaranteed advantage after every one of these grabs.
All right, and now we have Coltman once again being pushed to the corner. That was huge, but doesn't get the tipper spacing, and that means that Coltman is going to be living for just a little bit longer, and even if he doesn't take the stock, he might be able to get some more good in. Try to keep it a little bit more even. None of these tippers are connecting. He has to recover super high. He actually manages to make it back down to the ground, but the tipper up air of all moves, great awareness from X, actually takes that stock as he is sitting at a pretty comfortable 81%.
And it's nothing that Snake can't come back from. I mean, like, these grenades doing 10 good a stop, 10 good a pop, 128 in a blink of an eye. Did he use his jump? Okay, it doesn't matter. Dolphin Slash is just that good.
Yep. PSA that that C4 is on the right platform in the center of it. Oh, does not need it though. Instead, we have that amazing coverage using the up smash to just have another long-lasting hitbox to persist in the trap.
Sacrificial lamb. Sometimes Snake makes his own body. It's like, yeah, you get up attack me. I take your slice, but your stock is forfeit because of it.
Marth stabs Snake and then Snake just smiles. You hear the Looney Tunes whistle sound effect from above.
You've fallen right for my trap. The body was a fake.
Bleeding, making me the victor.
Oh, another one of these dancing blade mix-ups, but losing the interaction because of it. Oh man, that F tilt's just. He's primed. He's in a prime spot.
Oh, I love he lets go of the control of Nikita at just the right time to sneak in a dash attack. And now look at this completely even percent between these two. Only 3 actually, stating the difference. And oh, we're seeing kind of an aggressive approach from Coltman right now.
This grab won't get you much, but it gets you damage, and that's a cheeky little setup. I like that a lot. Knowing the grab release would get Snake to that platform, and then he's put basically in a 50-50. Do you shield or not? At 138, choosing the wrong option could have been death. I think his own grenade.
The grenade exploding kill him right there? I think it did. And then, all right, I think it was C4. Just a clean old C4 just hanging out.
He had placed it there after, he had placed it there before he died in that previous stock, and awareness on Coltman's part and lack thereof on X.
We forgot to make our PSA announcement. Apologize to X.
Sorry,
to X.
It's our fault.
Sorry,
we
X.
did you wrong.
Where are you going, buddy? What?
11 for now.
Oh, interesting.
Roll?
That was actually really smart from X to go down and go for the Dolphin Slash to get just a little extra damage in. That should be it. Yeah. Great job with that back air. X with a relatively comfortable game too. We now have the score tied up,
Yeah, I mean, there'll always be the problem of Marth. Marthritis, the of Marthritis. But if he can keep his neutral under control and just keep winning it over and over and over again, or keep Coltman at ledge over and over and over again, then the stock will come eventually, and it's good patience on his part. And it's rough to get your tippers on stuff that doesn't matter. Like, he's tippered grenades, he's tippered the Cypher.
I'm wondering, what do you think the thought process on going to Battlefield Game 3 was for Coltman? Because it seems like at the moment, X is doing a fantastic job using these platforms along with his sword to just maintain consistent, safe pressure. So what advantages do you think Snake has that Coltman should maybe start trying to abuse?
Well, definitely not trying to pressure on these platforms, as he absolutely dies from it from the tipper up air, tipper up tilt, excuse me. But Snake on this stage gains a ton from being able to control center a lot more consistently, and C4 on these platforms covers more than it does on PS2, because there's less stage overall. So as long as he maintains center, then Coltman will inevitably find the openings that he needs to take these stocks, and Snake doesn't need many. But it's like what Marth and what I've that down smash was prime.
That was honestly so fantastic. The way he threw that Nikita to stuff out the high recovery, and then he was just release control of it at just the right moment so he could intercept with that down smash. That's something we've been seeing consistently actually from Coltman, is knowing exactly when he has to, relinquish control of the Nikita so that he can still find an effective punish. He should be okay as long as he gets these techs. Oh, he's forced to recover high now. Great job on that recovery. X still with a bit of a percent lead, but now he's the one off stage. This is honestly maybe the most even game we've seen between these two, I feel. Or at the very least in terms of the momentum. Feels like this next stock could go either way, absolutely.
This could be the most even game we've seen, at very least since I've hopped on the mic. It's going back and forth, and while the percents have a pretty wide range, I would consider 90 about kill percent if you're playing against Snake.
Oh, he got exploded by his own grenade. That cost him a huge amount of stage control. When does up throw start killing? Okay, he's become aware of that as an option. But instead, it's that nice solid forward tilt coming out, and now X is once again in a fantastic position at only 100. And never mind, he's in a terrible position. He's in one of the worst positions possible.
Up tilt and a dream, baby. That's all that Snake needs sometimes to get back into a game. A properly placed up tilt, and like X didn't have any chance to extend his lead. Coltman stopped taking momentum and immediately swung it back into his own favor.
These recoveries are always so scary for both players. That tipper is so big, almost ending the stock outright. Great job with that aggressive back air though, and now we have these two neck and neck. The percents are so close, especially when you consider respective kill percents here. You know, definitely Marth can die at any instant, but one solid tipper from X is all it would require.
He's in the best position to get it.
He has that stage control finally. The recovery works out for X, but he's once again off stage. I don't know if he has a jump. He doesn't need it. He gets back to the ledge, but now we're back to neutral after everything.
The parries have been so insane this game. Parries on nairs, down airs, up airs, everything, and managed to win all three of those. Two of them with down smash.
So interesting. So this was Coltman's counterpick originally, but now we actually see X counterpicking to Battlefield here. So we're gonna have Game 4 on Battlefield. I think that I can definitely understand why. Remember, the start of Game 3 was so decisively in. Wow!
Just the tip, ladies and gentlemen. All he needs.
I couldn't even finish my thought. I was talking about how Game 3 was such a decisive lead, but that's nothing compared to what we just saw. X is doing fantastic right now. 65%. He's only taken a single hit this entire game so far.
Oh my! And he keeps coming. He almost completes the 0 to death off of nothing.
Is he dead? He's dead.
God, wow.
If Coltman manages to turn this game around after that, yes, indeed. Wow.
The game is never out of the reach of Snake thus far. It's like,
I will also say that was a bit of overconfidence coming from X. You know, that's the whole, I haven't gotten touched once yet. I'm gonna make him suffer. You know, and he went deep for that edge guard and definitely didn't work out for him. If it's the sort of thing where, if by some miraculous sentiment, okay, all right. I'm not sure exactly what was that. Just a grenade explosion?
That was just a grenade. 3 times this set, the grenade has bitten its master. I guess it's a tool. It doesn't have a traditional master, but whatever.
Are you saying that grenades don't have feelings?
Maybe Snake doesn't have feelings.
maybe the grenades are the master and Snake is the one who's trying to bite them.
Kojima, get on it. You know, this game started out so explosively for X.
This is even. I cannot believe this game is actually even right now. In what universe did we just wind up in?
We got introduced, or X and us got introduced or reintroduced to Snake back air. The strong spot kills mad early, and it lasts for a long enough time to take jumps exactly when you need it.
That's C4 right there. Oh man, and once again we have a last hit situation here on Battlefield. Definitely was a much stranger journey to get there this time around, but let's see if we'll be able to, Coltman was able to take it last time. Does he do it again? He actually won this game. He actually did it. won the game and he won the set. Coltman managed